So my name is Ben.
My name is Sarah Nelson.
My name is Jordan Krieger. I had the honor and the privilege of leading a BSSM team to South Asia.
Being in BSSM, we've been poured into so much, and we have so much impartation, so much teaching, and it just felt like it was time to go and to pour ourselves out in a place that wasn't necessarily easy to bring the gospel, but we felt like God was ready to move.
So I have never done a gospel crusade before, but I've always wanted to do that ever since I was a little girl.
We get to the village where we're having the first crusade, and I remember just hearing like thousands and thousands of people. I've never heard anything like that.
There are rooftops lining up the crusade who just come and just wanted to hear about the prayer festival, which is what we called it.
Next thing you know, you get on a stage in front of thousands of people, all waiting to hear the gospel, to see the students say, I'm so hungry and in love with God that I will go anywhere. I will preach anywhere. That was so powerful to me.
Jordan Krieger that night goes up and preaches the simple gospel as he made the call for salvation. Thousands stand, which is crazy. You're in a closed nation where people get badly persecuted, heavily persecuted for even sometimes mentioning the name of Jesus, and just seeing this crowd respond to the gospel was unlike anything I've personally, wow, I feel emotional right now. It's like when I looked at that crowd, I just saw, this is what you paid for, Lord. This is why you suffered.
It was breathtaking, but it was also incredibly humbling because I had realized the only solution for this world, the only person who could ever heal is Jesus Christ.
Mark chapter 16, at the end of Mark 16, it says that they preached a word and that signs accompanied, or signs followed the word which was preached.
And as we did the altar call, we began to just lay hands on people and pray. And there was a woman just violently shaking because she was oppressed by demons. And so to be able to pray for this woman as, you know, she's violently just swirling and shaking and sees freedom come upon her, man, that was powerful.
We saw literally tumors dissolve on people's necks. There's literally a photo of Jordan interviewing her, and she's showing Jordan, she's pointing to the place where the tumor was, I think for a few years. There's nothing there. And I'm just standing in the background, like wide open mouth.
So many of the nights I would look out and I would begin to weep because there was nothing special about me or, whatever, but it was God in me that was breaking yokes.
That was the first night of many, and we saw thousands come to Christ over the course of 5 days.
A lot of the people that were at the event came to get baptized. I will forever be marked as we dunked people in the waters of baptism and lifted them up. Some of them have been Muslims their whole life, 80 years old, 70 years old. Man, God was on the move, and he impacted the lives of not just the people there, but the people that came on the trip.
One of the days we got to go to the brick factories.
We got to minister to people called brick slaves.
And they work making bricks 7 days a week. And about 90% are Christians because in this country, Christians are considered second-class citizens.
Basically how it works is a Christian family will need a loan, and a brick factory owner will say, hey, I'll give you that small loan, but you have to come work for me. And the interest rates are impossible to pay off. The loans are impossible to pay off. And the loan gets passed down to their children. And so you have generations of families living in slavery.
And so one day, we had the honor to bless an entire family. We paid off their debt, and we got to set them up with 3 months of living. And I'll never forget, there was a girl, she was about 14, and just getting to hug her and just getting to think like, hope is so real because Jesus is so real.
You know, one of my favorite parts was to see the faith level rise in our students as they realize what is possible with our God.
God's heart is the same for every single person in every single place, every person who does not know him.
I had this new conviction where there's people in this place he's yearning for, and he's desiring for them to know that he loves them.
If you're burning for Jesus, if you want to see revival in the nations, if you want to be sent, you need to come to BSSM.
Jesus is real. What he's done for me is real, and what I've seen in South Asia is so real, and I'll carry it with me till the day I die.